Do I talk? Do I talk first?
You talk
I
first.
talk first.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
I'm Mary.
And I'm Chris, the guest.
And- Yes, we have a special guest again tonight, Chris, the OG. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? How are you hanging in there?
Let's not. talk
That's
about
how we're
that.
starting it.
Let's not go there. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. I'm podcasting, so this is where we talk about all things Star Wars and nothing else. We definitely do want to thank our top tier Patreon members out there, starting with Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Matt Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Tia Arnold, Rest Shadow 27, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, who will be at SpaceCon, BC Doomit, and Sean Smith. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support. Also, check out LegionSabers.com. Use the code STUFF at checkout, and you'll get something really cool, maybe like a $5 discount. So try it. LegionSabers.com for all your lightsaber needs. All right, guys. It is SpaceCon week.
It is. Are you packed?
It's all in my house.
Oh.
I don't know. Everything from the stickers to the Funkos to the Legion Sabers necklaces that we're going to have on our prize wheel. You can see it like down behind me right there. It'll all be on the wheel. And I think we've decided to do something a little different this year. What we're going to do, and of course you can see the bottom right, it's 12, 13, 14. So it's starting this Friday. We'll all be there. All the hosts from the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. That's me, Mary, James, Craig, and Zach. And Chris, he's like an honorary host. He'll be there too. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff on the prize. A little bit, like I said, we're gonna do something a little different this year. So this is what we're planning. So every hour of SpaceCon,
We'll see if we execute.
yes, execution is the key.
Yes.
If you show up to our booth every hour on the hour, we're gonna have a trivia question, and whoever gets that trivia question right is going to get to spin the wheel for free, and whatever it lands on, you get to take. So
super fun.
That's awesome.
So David was sending us all the pictures today of everything. He was doing inventory. So many Funkos. So many Funkos.
I
I'm
do
very
have some
excited.
pictures here that I can share. So
Ooh.
I take a big Husky box, which I used to have my 501st TIE Pilot in, but I've kind of moved that out and put everything in because we've accumulated so much stuff. So here is the box filled to the brim of stuff.
Dang, man.
Ornaments, Funkos, Funko pins.
Yeah. That is what it looks like. 3.5-inch figures, Black Series figures, Funko pins, like Mary said.
Yeah.
We have some encyclopedias in there. Here's another picture, kind of all the stuff laid out on a table. But yeah, that's not everything. There's more stuff. So, yep, did all that today, and yeah, SpaceCon is going to be big. It's going to be really big. You can tell by our background.
Yeah. And we also have like specialty pins and stickers.
Yep, we sure do. Craig made us a logo for SpaceCon, and we decided to go with that with little baby Rada instead of the SpaceCon UAP. And we'll have magnets as well. We've done that a couple of years now, and they're a big hit. It's just essentially the SpaceCon logo. You can pick that up at our table. Free stickers as well. I do have a picture of that, I thought. Right here on the wheel. Those are all the stickers. You can see at the top left-hand corner what Mary was talking about there, if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. So, yeah, there's a ton of stuff. We're excited. We'll all be there. If you've wanted to meet us in person, now's the perfect opportunity to see us all at SpaceCon. Like I said, we'll all be there. You'll see some other familiar faces there. So, yeah, it's happening this weekend. And
Crisp high fives. Bear hugs, all of it.
Also, the other thing too, we're making friendship bracelets for the first time.
Ooh, okay.
We've had that
Let's
idea
go.
in the past, and like Mary said, we're going to try and execute certain things. So
many beads.
yes, So if you're interested in a friendship bracelet, come by and we'll make some Star Wars centric or whatever.
I think I made about 4 of them that says I beat Craig for anyone who beats Craig at trivia. So those are limited. Unless you beat him, and then you can make your own too if you want.
Yeah. Hey, Joseph on YouTube. How's it going? So yeah, we're super pumped up for that. And of course, I'll show everyone who's going to be there. Of course, our background: Jimmy Smits, Hayden Christensen, Ian McDermott. So I had a lot of Emperor Palpatine pops last year, and they like flew like really quickly. I think I only have 3 left. Whoa. And the price like just went through the roof on them on Amazon, so I wasn't able to buy any more. But yeah, if you come by the booth, I mean, we'll have them there. Also, I bought some Darth Vader pops. There's no real Jimmy Smits Bail Organa merch other than his like 3.5-inch figure, and it's like super expensive on like eBay and Amazon. So unfortunately, don't have that. We do have Queen Amidala Funko pins though, so we're covering the prequel stuff there. Also, yeah, Ian McDermott, he'll be there every single day at SpaceCon. Jimmy Smits, he'll be there June 13th and 14th. And there's other people that are going to be there as well. You can see on the picture, Tom Hiddleston's going to be there. John Cena's going to be there if you're a wrestling fan.
Sean Gunn?
Yes, he will be there. Mm-hmm. Charlie Barnett from The Acolyte, June 13th and 14th. Matt Wood is going to be there. He's going to do the... what's it called? The deal that they have. I know there's like a specific term for it.
Fan Friday.
Fan Friday, yeah. Mm-hmm. So $35 for his autograph. It's a great deal.
I think Daniel Logan's also doing the same one.
Yep. He's doing it, and he'll be there, I believe. So I think there's a little confusion on what days he'll be there. I believe he'll be there every single day. I know he's doing a special thing with a specific charity in San Antonio, and I think that's why he's always making his way back here. But great guy, great to meet. He doesn't disappoint. Get his autograph, get his photo op. Super nice guy, very entertaining. So much energy, it's wild. I got to meet him last year. It was a lot of fun. Iman Esfandi is also going to be there. We're going to have some Ezra pops at our booth as well. And he's a pretty cool guy. I've met him backstage before. Really, really cool. Daniel Logan as well. So there's going to be a lot of Star Wars actors in attendance here. So yeah, check it out if you can. If you're in the San Antonio area, fly in if you can. You'll get to see us, like I said, and it should be a lot of fun. A lot of shenanigans, I think, and probably a lot of Last Jedi arguments.
Oh boy.
I'm going to be at a panel during those. I
don't know if there's a panel that you will be able to escape to escape that discussion.
I will be in line to meet someone somewhere.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Adam Haber on YouTube, he says, is overflow parking because of Jimmy Smits? Potentially. Yes. Potentially. What Adam is referring to is my team, the San Antonio Spurs, potentially will be playing Game 5 of the NBA Finals right next door, which, I mean, you're gonna look. I mean, it's gonna be the same feeling I have when I'm driving by like an accident on the road when I look at what's gonna happen, because I'm gonna be rubbernecking. I'm gonna like go outside and look at the chaos, because that's a whole lot of people in one tiny area. Everyone from SpaceCon, everyone for the finals, and it's going to be interesting.
We're definitely carpooling.
And to tell you the truth, I don't even understand the whole Saturday parking situation. I was able to talk to Bob.
To go down the street.
Yeah, I was able to talk to Bob for a little bit, and he kind of explained it. And I'm like, well, so SpaceCon attendees will have to park across the street, and it's limited to 1,200 spots. And then you got to walk across the busy street, walk across the parking lot that you had access to before, then walk across the other piece of parking that's like barricaded usually, and then finally get into the building when it's like 95 degrees outside.
So we're not doing that.
Get there early.
Well,
Get
We're
there
not
early.
we will be there early. That's the thing. We have a booth, so we get there before everybody. So it's a little different for us.
Thank gosh.
But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the whole parking thing is. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's going to be rainy too in San Antonio, so watch out for that.
And that means it's going to be humid.
Yep.
I can't go anymore.
Facebook says that's a really great lineup. I wish I could go. Yeah, it is a pretty good lineup. I like it. It's going to be awesome. All these space cons that have happened have always turned out really well. The people that come by the booth, the panels, you'll recognize some of the people on stage hosting. I think Ted, last time he told me, he's doing 9 panels.
Whoa.
So he was asking if I was interested, and I was like, well, not really. I was like, I'd rather be at the booth. And that sometimes confuses people because everyone's like, don't you want to go somewhere else? And I'm like, no, I like being at the booth. I like seeing the people. I just kind of like being there. That's kind of like my thing. But
you like to be where the people are.
Yeah. And it just depends on actually where we're going to be spotted on the floor. We've always had pretty good spots. It's usually to where we can actually see the panel from the booth, which is always great.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping we get that same type of allotment there. So yes, see us this weekend. We'll be live. Craig 5 will even be there. And you can argue with them about The Last Jedi all you want. And try and beat him at some trivia because he's a self-proclaimed trivia supreme leader or whatever. So
I think you have to go animation sequels if you want to beat Craig. You'll never be able to beat him at Creatures. You're never going to be able to beat him at Creatures. He knows way too many.
Yeah. Yeah, I put together a trivia show years ago for an event that we helped put on over here called May the 4th Be With Y'all. That it was a charity event to raise money for various charities in the Austin area. And where I used to get people is on pop culture references in Star Wars. And a lot of folks, there are some hardcore folks who knew them, but then like the majority of them were like, that happened? Like, yeah. You never watched the Muppets or anything like that growing up, so you missed out on some stuff. But that was one thing is pop culture. But if you're sticking strictly to storyline trivia questions, then yeah, that is you just have to mention that. That's the way to go to
get a bracelet.
Get a bracelet. Yep.
So Chris, I can actually talk to you about this because I know you're going to know this and remember all this. But when we were kids, and Muppet Babies would come on, they would have in the intro some of the Star Wars episode that they've shown that they had. But with my luck, when I was a kid, I would try and watch the Muppet Babies just for that episode. And every time it would air, I would miss it. There was one time I caught the tail end of it. And I've never seen that episode in its entirety. And I would work to try and watch it. I think I'd seen every episode except for that one, but
yeah, I caught it several times. The one thing that I remember, probably the only thing that I remember from that episode is Gonzo was Han Solo and his name was Gonzolo.
That's good. That's so good.
And Fozzie Bear was Chewie,
right? Rolf was Chewie.
Oh, okay. Who?
I feel like you can find this online now.
Yeah, Rolf with the dog was Chewie, I think.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, Piggy was Princess Leia, and Kermit was Luke.
Awkward.
Yeah.
And they used actual footage from the movie when they intercut stuff. So I thought that was so cool. But I digress. All right.
Yep.
Were there any other shows that kind of did that in the 80s? I'm trying to think of them.
I
know you said Sesame Street, of course.
Yeah, Sesame Street. Yeah,
there were those.
Or the Muppets. The Muppets. Yeah. Sesame Street too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it feels like not until Family Guy did they really kind of reach and do something Star Wars centric, and that's a great story that Seth MacFarlane has told.
Yep.
Simpsons haven't done it. That seems
sure
odd to me that they would.
I mean,
yeah, it seems odd to me if they hadn't.
Simpsons have done everything.
Yeah, I think this was one of those that the Simpsons have probably covered, but it's not as celebrated as like the Family Guy one is.
Right.
Agreed. When I think of like an animation doing, I think of Family Guy.
I think of Family Guy, and I think of it's not like traditional animation, but I also think of Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah.
No. All right, so on to the news here. So there was a big box office drop, another one. And I think we all kind of saw this maybe coming a little bit, maybe not as substantial, but there was another kind of huge third week drop. There's an article out here that I want to read a little bit from. And this is from Star Wars Newsnet. It basically chronicles the fact that The Mandalorian Grogu has already been bumped down to number 6, which is wild.
That's rough.
And they bring up the fact that they got dropped by a couple of YouTubers that have made films. It says the Jon Favreau directed movie had another massive week-to-week drop of 61% versus 70% last week. It was surpassed by new releases Scary Movie, which was number 1, roughly 25 million, and Masters of the Universe, which I still haven't seen yet, number 2 with 30 million. At this pace, it looks like The Mandalorian Grogu may be the first Star Wars movie to not cross 200 million at the U.S. box office. It's currently sitting at 155 million and may not even catch Solo's 400 million global gross. For now, it's about to reach 300 million. The total cost of the movie, combining the marketing and production budget, seem to be around 300 million, which means the movie will likely lose some tens of millions after you subtract the theater's cut. So this is likely raising some alarms inside Disney, which may hide the loss by saying this movie was just an experiment, or that the real deal will be next year's Starfighter. That this was always going to be an uphill battle because it is an established brand on streaming, not the movie theaters. But the reality is nobody is greenlighting a Star Wars movie thinking they will lose money on it. They went ahead with this one because they thought it was their best chance to have a movie play in theaters, and they could market it around Grogu to make good money. All of that while still being aware of the difficulties that they would encounter. Something they didn't expect, however, was so many projects coming out of YouTube. Now the question becomes, what will Disney and Lucasfilm learn from this? Will they wait another 12 months for Starfighter to be the real test? Or will they overreact as they've done in the past and start canceling projects? The next few months will be quite revealing. If this wasn't enough, we are only in the first half of Dave Filoni and Lin-Manuel Miranda's first year as Lucasfilm presidents. What do you guys think about all of that?
So
it's a shame.
It's a shame. Yeah, I think it's a shame that the fans aren't really getting behind this project. Now, keep in mind, we're in like kind of a unique time. You know, budgets are strained. You know, the price of everything is everything is more expensive now with the way things are. So we're in a different time. You know, it's not like we can go back to like, you know, the end of the 90s where, you know, the .com boom was happening. Everyone had all this money and, you know, they could go see Phantom Menace 12 times if they wanted to. We're in a different time now. But that being said, it's also, we just don't have the support behind this movie that we've had with other Star Wars movies, whether it's because they are not excited to see this property be on the big screen because it originated on Disney Plus, whether people are just being stubborn and saying, hey, this is not what I wanted to see as the first Star Wars movie in 7 years, or just flat out negative individuals that are boycotting it for this reason or that reason. The support's just not there, and it is a shame to see that. Could it cross 300 million? I don't know, but the fact of the matter is, from my perspective, is that the support's not there from the fandom. Everyone who I've seen it, who I know are big Star Wars fans, they've loved the movie. They understand it for what it is. It's not this, cog in the Star Wars universe. It's its own standalone story. But I just feel like the with how the world is and how the state of our country right now, combined with the fact that there's just no support from there's minimal support from the Star Wars fandom, I think is what's caused this really, drop in, revenue. Because, when it came out the first weekend, it had, the numbers were better than what people expected. So that encouraged me to think, oh, you know what, we're coming out, we're going to show out for this movie. I've seen it 3 times. I know several people who've seen it between 2 and 4 times. So the hardcore people who understand what this is supposed to be are showing up. But it takes more than that to make a movie a success. We need all the fans to come out. We need the casual moviegoer to come out, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit of what you were saying earlier, like money is tight. A lot of movies are coming out right now, and people know like these A24 movies are always really good. So Obsession got a really big push. Backdoors, I heard, is really good and stuff like that. So people have to like pick and choose. What?
I think you're talking about another movie. I think you meant to say Backrooms.
Yeah. What did I say?
What did she say?
I don't even know. I know,
you better rewind it later.
Cut it out of the only everyone on the live got to experience that. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Okay. Back to Star Wars. Oh.
You guys are the worst. Children, all of you. I'll let you finish.
Okay, back to Star Wars.
Anyways, people are picking and choosing what movies they're going to go see because of the finance. And if you're already paying for Disney Plus, then why go see it in the theater? You just got to wait a couple months, and then you can see it at home. And you've already paid for it.
Now, they did talk about there's this new feature now with this app. I don't remember the name of the app, but essentially you can now, I think starting this week, you can go see the movie and you let the app know when you're seeing the movie, and it'll actually run a commentary from Filoni and Favreau, like you would see from a Blu-ray when you see like the director commentary on a Blu-ray while you're watching. Now they're offering that feature with an app. So you just put your headphones in and you'll still hear the movie, but then you'll hear Filoni and Favreau talk about making the movie. Will that be enough of a push for people to go back and see it? I'm going to try and catch it this week if I can. I know I'm busy trying to close out everything I need to close out so I could head to San Antonio, but I'm going to try because I'm curious to see how this works. Cause I've never heard of anything like this happening before. Plus I want to try to support the movie. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to support it.
I think I've heard of something like this. Mm-hmm. Like hearing exactly what you said, like a DVD Blu-ray commentary. That's a really cool thing that they're doing. It's just I've only seen it advertised on Instagram though. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I don't think there's commercials for it. But that's a really cool thing though that they're doing.
Exactly.
It seems like the innovation maybe theaters kind of need, but no one is talking about it really. I haven't seen anything other than me posting that Instagram thing.
Again, bad marketing. I don't know what they're doing.
See, and that's another thing is that I personally, they treated this movie like they treated Solo. They started the marketing way too late. I mean, for other Star Wars movies, we got a trailer for that movie the year before the movie came out. Not a year, but the year before. We didn't get anything until the year of for Mandalorian and Grogu. Same thing with Solo. We didn't get anything for Solo till the year of. Now, keep in mind, we had The Last Jedi bumping up against Solo, but still, I thought really from a marketing perspective, Disney really dropped the ball here.
Is it Disney or is it Lucasfilm?
Okay, Lucasfilm.
That's
whoever was
that's
in
$1
charge
million
of marketing.
question.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Disney or is it Lucasfilm? I don't think anyone really knows.
Yeah, and I don't think that's something we're gonna know. But either way, they handled it like Solo, and I think that contributes to why we're at where we're at right now with the box office with this movie.
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah, it's an interesting phenomenon because back in 2019, when they did that Investor Day call, I think they announced Solo then, and we kind of knew that that was happening. That was a big rumor. Then it was confirmed, and nobody complained about it. Everyone was like, okay, cool, we're going to get a Solo origin film. Okay, great. But by the time they made it and it came out, and then the controversy aside for the directors, it seemed like people were saying, I don't want this movie. I don't want to see this. It just doesn't make sense. And then people complained about, of course, you couldn't have Harrison Ford in there. It's like the same thing with The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's like people, as soon as it got to theaters, people were kind of like, well, I didn't ask for this. I don't want to see this. And they automatically jumped to the conclusion that, oh, it's TV at the theater because it's The Mandalorian and Grogu. I can see this at home. And that was a lot of the discourse with the general public. But I mean, when I went to the theater, I saw a lot of people that were like into it, and it just didn't have that hype level. It didn't have it. I mean, I always say this to the guys on the podcast. I always say you got to get the people going, you know. And it just didn't. I mean, way back when, what, 20? I mean, of course, we got all the excuses about the writer's strike, director's strike, and of course, you couldn't get over the pandemic. But this movie should have came out a long time ago, and it feels like it's kind of Solo repeating itself. And I don't know if you can say it's worse because the budget was lower, but I mean, it's kind of like the article said. What is Disney? What is their reaction? Is it going to be a knee-jerk thing? My ideas that flowed through my brain about this was the simple fact that, and you have back rooms and you have obsession just destroying. Did I say it wrong? Just destroying the box office, and people are hyped about it. I got hyped about it. Ted from Countdown City, he hyped me up about Obsession. He saw it at South by Southwest. Great film, great horror film. They're both in the horror genre. I knew about Backrooms. They're just doing tremendous box office. And I made the suggestion to our podcast hosts here. Maybe Lucasfilm needs to do kind of the same thing. Hire the young talent, make the smaller Blumhouse type films. I mean, it's all right there on a silver platter, I think, and get people excited. And my idea was go back to the original trilogy. You can do stuff in between the fights that we see, like on Hoth. You can, and I think somebody's already kind of done this small kind of character piece between a snowtrooper and a downed X-Wing pilot on Hoth. And you can have two people just have like a little interaction there. You get Tauntauns, you get Wampas, you get the Empire back. There might be a Vader thing happening. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there. And it just seems like Lucasfilm Disney is just kind of stuck in old man thinking, essentially. And they got to liven things up. They got to look to the youth. My time has passed. I'm 44 years old. They got to look to these 20-year-olds now to actually rev stuff up. It's like, come on, guys. You got to give them the keys. I mean, you got to try different things.
I don't even think it's an age thing. I think we just need more people who are not Star Wars fans making Star Wars content to get something more original without like all this fluff around of like, well, it doesn't feel like Star Wars if it doesn't have this. Cool. Who cares? Like, let's get something new. Let's get like these stories and stuff, right? The people who are going to make that are people who are not already trying to find the algorithm and like, well, we have to have this and we have to have Easter eggs and all these things. So
I think the thing that was really missing from the Mandalorian and Grogu film was just the connectivity to the next thing that's happening. As audiences were so conditioned for like Marvel movies. Okay, how does this tie into this next thing? And the really intelligent audiences out there trying to figure out, okay, so I know Ahsoka season 2 is coming out. Are we going to get Ahsoka in this? Is there going to be a cameo? Are we going to see Thrawn? People were thinking it in the audience, and we got nothing. And then on
so
top
many
of
people
that,
waiting.
it was Favreau directing, the guy who invented the mid-credit and post-credit scene, and we got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know. I mean, that's just like I guess the showman in me. It's like, you gotta get the people going. You gotta have the bravado. You gotta be, I mean, there has to be some audacity somewhere to change things. I mean, you took out a lot of the stuff that we love, like the crawl. There's really no Star Wars music. I mean, my buddy Carl pointed out, I mean, that where was the Force theme when Grogu was using the Force, you know?
That's true.
I mean,
and it kind of got us because we heard, like in the trailers and in the TV spots, we heard some Williams Star Wars music in there.
Yeah.
And I was expecting a little bit of it. Heck, we got Williams Star Wars music in Andor. Like the full-blown ending finale that we get in other like saga movies. We got that at the end of Endor, you know. And we really didn't get any of that. So yeah, I'm with you there, David. I especially since they did throw in post-credit scenes in the Mandalorian television series. You know, we got the whole teaser for Book of Boba Fett at the end of a Mandalorian season. You know, it's not.
I think we all loved it.
Yeah, it would have been good. Not to mention, you know, they broke with Star Wars tradition in having credits at the beginning of the movie. You know, it's not like they weren't taking any risks per se. But why not take some that could give us some insight to what's going on? Unless they really intended for this just to be a filler, which could be true as well, is that this is just, hey, let's whet the appetite. Let's get Star Wars back in the theater. Let's make some money off merch. Let's try to break even with this. And then pull on the heartstrings next year. Because, you know, next year we're going to get The Unaltered A New Hope in February. Then we're going to get a brand new story in Starfighter that they seem to be putting a lot more behind that than what we ever got with Mandalorian and Grogu, even just now, because they're talking about it. And you know, we knew this movie was coming, but we didn't get too much as far as like discussion from Lucasfilm side. Now, you know, it's being mentioned often. That's also a little bit of Sean Levy. That's what he does. But still, I think really that looking at how they treated this movie, that it was a great movie. They could have gotten behind it, and I do believe a better push would have equaled better box office numbers. But I really think now that Mando and Grogu, as great as movie as it was, at least for me, it was just filler to get us to next year.
I agree. I think so before the movie came out and we were talking about Mandalorian, what we're expecting, I was like, I'm excited for this movie. I just wish the people who made the movie were excited for it and stuff. And then Favreau did that interview where he's like, well, they came to me and they're like, we haven't had a movie in a long time. Can you adapt season 4 into a movie so we can have a movie with these characters? And then he was like, well, I can try. No, I can't do it. I'd have to write a one-off. So like he even like fulfilled that. Like he didn't even really want to make this movie. They came to him and said, we need to make a movie. What can you do? And then he stepped up to the plate kind of thing, you know? I don't think it was very much I'm excited. This is a passion project. I want to bring Mandalorian and Grogu to the big screen. I think it's a fulfillment of contract.
Yeah, or it could have been you do this for us, we'll give you this later. And it might not have anything to do with Lucasfilm. It could be another Disney project, like a Lion King type thing, you know, like, because, you know, he directed both those Lion King movies, the live action Lion King movies.
What else is left to do the live action treatment for the animation for Disney?
Well, they're bringing Moana.
Toy Story.
They didn't do live action Toy Story.
Hey, we're getting Moana.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've seen more marketing for Moana than anything for Mandalorian Grogu, even just in the last like 4 weeks.
And that's really why it makes me think. Yeah. That's why it makes me think like, oh, is it Disney or is it Lucasfilm that's dropping the ball on this marketing on the Star Wars pieces, because Disney will market. They marketed Toy Story really well. They've marketed Moana, Lilo and Stitch. They didn't market Hopper at all, and it did okay.
It did okay.
Yeah.
Another theory I have is people, and I've said that how people are going to interpret this is they're going to be different. People are going to, I know, and talking to some fans, I've kind of been, proven right. Some fans see this as Kathleen Kennedy's last Star Wars project as president. Some people see this as Filoni and Lin-Manuel Brennan's first Star Wars project. And I'm thinking that potentially, for all the good that Kathleen Kennedy has done, whether, you have to give her credit for the good stuff in Disney Star Wars and the bad stuff, right? She still has a negative connotation around her. And it could be that Disney was thinking, okay, because, she did come out and say, at Celebration in Japan that she was the executive producer for this thing. She was, it was going to be under her flag, even though it's being released under the leadership of Filoni and Lin-Manuel Brennan. It was still her movie. And I think that got out, and it could be that, hey, we have this negative connotation around you. So that could be why they went light on the marketing. I don't know. It's a theory that I've had, but unfortunately, and it makes me sad because I think Kathleen Kennedy is an amazing talent. She, David, she brought us some of the movies from our childhood. She produced a lot of those movies. I just think that from a creative standpoint, I don't hold that against her. The issues that I had with her and the mistakes that I thought she made had to come from management of how these movies were made. And I thought she made some mistakes there. But again, she had some triumphs, and I give her credit for those too.
Yeah. I think she also is helping produce Starfighter, right? I thought
she's producing, but she's not like, she's a producer. She's not the producer.
Yeah.
I think she's going to have a producing credit for every Star Wars project till the end of time. But what her hand will be in there will be limited.
I see.
Yeah. She's maybe the second or first on the producing list of greatest producers of all time. But I would want her to produce any film, but the whole green lighting of certain projects, and I don't know, that there's an air of her just trying to please everyone. It feels like sometimes, and we all know what the saying is: you try and please everyone, you please no one.
No, exactly. And not to mention, you mentioned, David, the projects that were greenlit and never saw the light of day. Not to mention how many people have been fired in the middle of productions or in pre-production to bring in someone else to try to patch things up. We talk about, the firing of like Colin Trevorrow from episode 9, writing that script, directing that movie.
Lord and Miller.
Lord and Miller. And they made an amazing space movie.
Yeah. With Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, exactly. They made an amazing space movie in Project Hail Mary. Why not trust them to do this? Yeah. That's the thing is Kathleen Kennedy brought them in and just talked, just hooped and hollered about how amazing they were in the way that they make a film. So we thought they would be great to make Star Wars movies. They do one or two things that are based on how they make films, but they don't agree with, and they get the axe. And ultimately that falls on Kathleen Kennedy. She brought them in. They didn't do what they didn't do what she thought they would do. So she had to get rid of them. That's on her. Same thing with writing the script, Colin Trevorrow. And I don't remember the original person that they brought in to write The Force Awakens. They ended up firing him too.
Yeah. Michael Arndt, the guy that did Little Miss Sunshine.
Yep. You're responsible for that. And I don't care what they say. If you fire someone in the middle of production or in the middle of producing a movie or in pre-production, that affects the film. It does.
So I think you forgot this. It's going to blow your mind when I say this, but she hired Michael Arndt after Michael Arndt told her it's going to take me years and years to write this script.
Right, exactly.
And she goes, we were hoping he was going to just write it faster. It's like, what are you talking about?
You know, it's weird. I just saw that interview where she said that like last week.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, see, and that's on you. That is on you. You knew how he worked. You hired him anyway. And then when he didn't work like how you wanted him to work, you fired him. And and even though The Force Awakens was a great movie, I thought the first 45 minutes of Force Awakens was Star Wars perfection.
Yeah, it was a great baseline starter for the new trilogy movie.
So you know, you didn't feel the effect there, but I mean, we totally felt it with Rise of Skywalker. Totally. So, you know, you're responsible for that. I'm sorry, you are, and that those are the only qualms I have about Kathleen Kennedy is some of the management decisions she made.
It's valid.
But I digress. We were talking about Mandalorian Grogu.
Welcome to the Star Wars Stuff podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she produced the film, so I think it's valid we still talk about her. And to go back to your point, people are looking at, okay, is this the real Filoni, Lin Brennan start of everything? I don't think it's until after Starfighter, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't think it's till after Starfighter.
Yeah.
But I do think they have more eggs in that basket than they did the Mandalorian and Grogu.
And it seems like audiences and fans in our bubble are like saying, but wait for Starfighter. That's going to be something.
That's what everyone's saying. I mean, even before the movie came out, wait for Starfighter.
Yeah.
Or wait for original Star Wars, you know, something like that. I do think that will help. I do think that seeing something that we thought we would never see again in the theater, I think that's going to hype up the fan base. And I think that bodes well going into, not to mention, we're going to come off, you know, Star Wars Celebration LA right into the hype, the final hype for Starfighter. I think that all of that's going to bode well for Starfighter.
Yeah.
I feel like the trailer is going to be great.
Oh yeah.
It's going to hype everyone up.
I'm getting like Phantom Menace trailer vibes from this movie. That's what I expect. That's what I expect.
You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want a date announced for the release of Ahsoka season 2.
We got a time frame. Oh, you want a day?
I want a date.
A date. Okay.
I want to know the day and the time. How many episodes? How long the episodes are?
Yeah. I think we're gonna I think we're gonna get the debut for that at Celebration, like they did Kenobi back in
that is Chicago. So long ago or so long away.
Well, I mean, they did say first quarter of 2027. So that falls in that time frame, kind of, sort of. It's right. Well, you know what? It's right outside first quarter. Right outside.
It's wild.
Yeah. So since we are talking about movies here, I want to talk about this. We were going to talk about it last podcast, but we didn't. We ran out of time. But check this out. And I want to say I thought about this right when they announced Simon Kinberg to do a trilogy. But due to, I guess, the box office for Mando Grogu, the talks have like fired up more. What do you think about Simon Kinberg's new Star Wars trilogy being episodes 10 through 12?
I'm fine with it as long as it's done well. But what the problem that I have with it is that, you know, they hyped Rise of Skywalker as the end of the Skywalker saga and
the end of 3 trilogies.
Well, the end of the Skywalker saga, which is everything episodic. At least from what I heard and from my perspective, is everything episodic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. We still have Star Wars. We still have lots of Star Wars, but it's just not going to be Skywalker saga centric. If we go back to that, then we're back in the Skywalker saga, which I'm fine with because in my mind, that is Star Wars. We don't have Star Wars without the Skywalker saga. I thought it was a mistake to say that way back when, because I think, yes, you can have these a Star Wars story type movies, but I think at its core, if you want Star Wars to survive, you have to have the Skywalkers. They are Star Wars, in my opinion. So if they do that,
Look
that's
at Mary.
fine. Okay, Mary, we're going to get to you. I promise. Because I see your facial expressions now, and I'm concerned.
If you don't watch this on YouTube, you're missing out. I can't control my voice. My face does not have a mute. It really doesn't.
I think my face needs a mute. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But I think for Star Wars to survive, you have to have the Skywalker saga. You could take breaks and you can have other stories. That's great. But I'm good with it as long as it fits and as long as it's not too crazy. I mean, I'm fine with it. But again, the reason why I was kind of like nonchalant about mentioning it is because like you shouldn't have said that it was the end of the Skywalker saga at episode 9. You should have never said that. I think they felt like they had the stories to cut it off and say, okay, that's it for Skywalker. But I think now they're seeing like, hey, the fandom likes the Skywalkers regardless of who they are. And that story needs to continue. But again, we'll see. We were supposed to have, 2 other creators or a duo and someone else create trilogies, and they're not going to happen. So we'll see if this holds water.
Yeah.
Mary, what's going on?
You know what? Okay, so this is my thought. The only way they can continue the Skywalker story is to backtrack and undo so many things. Number one, they'd have to bring Mara Jade in. They'd have to bring her and Luke's kid in. They're never going to do that.
I don't think that's the case.
Ben is dead.
Ben is dead.
Did he have a mystery child? Is there a long lost cousin somewhere? Who is these Skywalker stories going to be about?
Come on,
are we filling in time?
No
and gaps.
We have a living Skywalker.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Just because she adopted the name doesn't mean she's a Skywalker.
She's a Skywalker.
If anything, that is going to cause even more turmoil in the fandom.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be done right. It has to be done right.
It's too late for it. It's too late.
I don't know.
Let's go get Craig. Someone call him on the boat.
Oh yeah. Let's get Craig. Let's do that.
He's currently on a
high seas right now. On a cruise.
Nice.
Someone reach out.
I wish I was on a cruise. No, I think it can happen if it's done right. But I mean, and here's the thing: is that the Skywalkers, they're dead, but they can come back. AI is prevalent now. If we use AI as a tool, not as a creation tool, we can use it appropriately. I think. We can make it happen.
He's like not even here to defend himself.
So
we'll tell you later, Chris. We'll tell you off the pod.
All right. Look forward to that. But they're no one's ever really gone, and so they can come back in forms. But like I said, I'm okay with it if it's done well, regardless of what people think. Rey is a Skywalker. That's who she is. She may not be blood, but she's there, and she's powerful. So I think they could run with that, but it has to be done well.
I'm curious what well is.
Meaning take their time and hire the right people. Don't expect someone that writes a script and a screenplay. It takes them 2 years. Don't expect them to turn it around in 6 months. Do it appropriately. I think another thing they should do is they should go back to 3 years in between releases, not these 2 years that they did for the sequel. I thought, while they still looked amazing, I thought content-wise they could have been a little bit better if they would have had that extra time to actually flesh out the script and the screenplay, and then deliver it to us versus, okay, we know we want to get it to you because now the effects take a lot less time than they did back in the late 90s. Let's crank these movies out, because Disney wanted to do that because they wanted to recoup their $4 billion, right? So now that your money's recouped and you have a cash cow in Star Wars, take the time to make these movies right.
I don't think they have a cash cow. Not anymore.
I mean, they you know what? Just because this one movie hasn't performed doesn't mean they're making money in other areas.
I know, like, the parks is really the only place they're making money right now.
You mean
Like,
as Disney as a whole, or for just the Star
mhm,
Wars IP?
Disney as a whole.
Okay,
The Star
that's
Wars
fair.
IP, I think they're not, maybe they broke even on this movie. They might have made a little bit of money, but
So
that's not even taking consideration media and, like, travel and stuff,
right,
and they're not
right.
making anything on the shows.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know
So
where they're making their money.
yeah, well, there's still merch, and I know a lot of merch was sold, especially like from the real popular ones where they actually, even though the company takes a good chunk of it, the IP takes it. That's Lego. There's a reason why they're so expensive, because everyone gets a good cut, right?
Mhm.
Um, I know they make a killing on Legos. I know they make a killing on Funko Pops. The action figures, the stuff from Hasbro, not so much anymore. But it's the Hot Toys, Sideshow. They make a killing. Lucasfilm, Disney makes a killing on those.
That's true, yeah.
So they're getting their money because everyone
Yeah.
loves Grogu, and everyone has to have all the new Grogu stuff with the Mudhorn emblem shield, and like I'm considering dropping $600 on the animated Grogu that's coming out next year, because it's just
I
so
saw
freaking
that.
cool. Yeah,
I
that's just
saw
so
that.
freaking cool. Um, they're going to get their money. It's just this movie is just not performing, and that doesn't mean it's not making money. So I would still say they have a cash cow in the Star Wars IP. It's just this was a bump when we talk
Yeah.
about the Mandalorian and Grogu. But they've recouped the money. That's initially what I was trying to get away is that our convey is that they have recouped their $4 billion. So
Yeah.
now, instead of trying to force movies out like they did with the sequels so that they can recoup that money faster, they don't have that over their head. Take the time to give us good movies. Take 3 years in between your trilogy movies and try to make them as good as possible, and not try to work like you're under the gun.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I know I just said a lot of words.
I'm just processing.
We are a podcast, so lots of words helps. Nice hat there, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What is it? I can't see. I'm blind.
Lucasfilm.
Okay.
I got it from Lucasfilm.
Gotcha.
What?
Nice.
Anna on Facebook says, do you think release time had anything to do with it? Like it was a holiday weekend and right before other big name releases? I mean, Solo was the ultimate like folly because it was like Infinity War, Deadpool 2, and then Solo. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. But I don't think anything big happened. But the big phenomenon of Obsession and then Mary's favorite movie, Backrooms, came out. So
It's called Backdoors. Till I die now. That's all I'm going to call it.
Stop it. Stop it.
So yeah, I mean, they still hit kind of a weird situation because those two phenomenons happen. So I don't know. It's kind of like history repeating itself in a way. Kind of.
The guy who made Obsessions is talking about doing a TV series, 10 episodes with 10 different wishes.
That'd be cool. Yeah, yes.
Keep those things away from me. I am not jiving with those wishing willow things for that movie.
The wishing willow is not the problem. The wish he made was cursed, not the willow.
I don't care. Keep that away from me. So if at SpaceCon, if we see anyone that has those as like, tchotchkes or swag, or they're selling like replicas of them, keep those away from me. I'm going
to buy one. I think I'll need two.
Yeah, I think you messed up, Chris.
Oh gosh.
She's gonna put one right on your seat when you sit down.
Everywhere you go.
You ever had a wish? What would you wish for?
What would you wish for? Sit, crack. Okay, I'm screwed.
You just hear the little jingle. Start running. Every time you hear that jingle, start running.
Yeah, I've seen enough. I haven't seen the movie. Okay, I'm not a horror person. It's not something that but I've seen enough clips and I've read enough about the movie that I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to press my luck with this thing.
It's pretty good. It is pretty good. I'm not a horror film person either, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
So.
and see, that's how good that film is. I'm not a horror person either, and I thought it was really good. I took my wife to go see it a couple weekends ago, and she thought it was really good as well. So, and she's a horror person. So, yeah, we're just stuck in that weird space of waiting for the next Star Wars film that doesn't happen until May.
Well, do you count the re-release of A New Hope? Or no.
Well, I mean, we've been there before in 1997 when they dropped the special editions, and that made money. I think it made what, like 10 million the first.
Oh weekend? Yeah, they made bank on that. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it opening weekend, and the whole weekend was sold out across Austin. Everything was sold out that weekend. I remember that weekend very, very well. Yeah, in 97.
Yeah, I saw it in Dallas actually. I still remember that day going to see it for the first time on the big screen. But of course, it is the despecialized edition. A lot of people like to call it that. But the original version of Star Wars, you're going to see the Vaseline on the lens to cover up the wheels on the speeder on Tatooine. You're going to see all the original Cantina patrons there.
You're not going to see Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, you're not going to see Jabba the Hutt.
You're not going to see.
So weird.
You're not going to see the Outrider fly out of Mos Eisley.
Right.
And you're going to see the old.
Also, the Skyhopper.
You're not going to see the Skyhopper. Nope.
You're going to see a very small Mos Eisley.
Right. You're not going to see the old school. I mean, the new school dogfighting. You're going to see the old school dogfighting scenes.
Yeah. I don't think I want to see it. I don't think I want to go.
It is your job as a Star Wars podcast host.
Don't make me go.
Don't be one of those fans. Just see the movie because it's
I want.
Star Wars. That's what you need to do.
Don't gatekeep, Chris.
No, I'll go see it, but I'm gonna sit. Literally, you guys should try to go see it with me because my face the entire time is gonna be like, "What the fuck? What is happening?"
Whoa, what?
What? I thought this was a family show.
This is a family show. I don't know what Mary's doing here.
I think
that's strike number 2.
I got on her nerves. So
you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's because we're all friends and we all talk and stuff. So now I'm like super comfy cozies, and I'm. This should have been a Patreon episode.
Well, here, I'll say this is that the additions are cool and the upgrades are cool, but I think that the way the dialogue flows, because like first of all, but they have messed up the whole Han Greedo thing. So you're going to see
Han's going to shoot first.
Yes, you're going to see that how it really should have been. All stuff like that, and then the whole McClunky. Oh God. I'm gonna wear. I actually have a shirt somewhere that just says McClunky. I'm just gonna wear that when I go see the first showing of the re-release of Star Wars. Yeah. But like that whole Jabba scene is just a replay of what he talked about to Greedo. That's why it was cut in the first place, right? So I think the story and the dialogue flows a lot better in the unaltered version, and I think you'll notice that when you see it.
We'll see. We'll see.
You just get that Longhorns update, Chris?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Texas is back in Omaha again.
Shout out to it's because of my Longhorn Grogu. Yeah, no, I went crazy when the ladies won the softball national championship. I was like, yes, we got a back-to-back. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Sports.
All right.
Yay, sports.
Yay, sports.
Now, if only the Spurs can win a game in the finals.
Oh, my goodness.
I had to throw that in there, David. I'm sorry.
David, end the podcast.
Do I talk about the Spurs on the Star Wars Stuff podcast? I think I can because Victor Wembanyama is a huge Star Wars fan. So hopefully one day I can show him this clip and then he'll come on the podcast and we can talk about Star Wars stuff.
Well, he might be across the parking lot in a few days.
He may be out for the summer by the time we get.
He was at SpaceCon. Last SpaceCon, he took a picture with Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Rosario Dawson. He was behind the curtain and they kicked us out. And it's like, why are you kicking us out? I mean, it's a controlled environment.
You think that Wembanyama would be more cool having y'all there than like the actual stars, the actual movie stars that were there? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
You know, he seems like so down to earth. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. All the Spurs that I've had issues with the Spurs players over the years, but they all seem real down to earth and they don't seem like jerks. With the exception of Tony Parker, I think everyone has been real cool.
Yeah.
Or seems real cool, I should say. I've only met a handful of them. So
yeah.
Sports. Yes.
Sports. We're talking about basketball?
All right, we're losing viewers here. Let's get back to Star Wars. Star Wars Lego. I have a little video I'm going to share with everyone. So there's some Lego controversy out there. Not specifically with the actual Legos itself, but there's a situation out there. Some collectors. I'll play this video off of TikTok, and you can kind of see what we're talking about, what we will talk about after the video. So check it out here.
An 83-year-old man in Oregon consigned his $200,000 Star Wars Lego collection. It disappeared. And somehow, it all ends up in American Fork, Utah. Brian Mansell and his dad consigned 780 unopened Lego sets and 1,200 rare minifigures to a store called Bricks and Minifigs in Oregon. One of those sets alone, Cloud City, was worth $10,000. The store changed ownership, and the collection just vanished. Nobody got paid, nobody got answers. Enter YouTuber Reckless Ben. He picks up the story, gets 2 million views, and decides to take matters into his own hands. He flies to American Fork, Utah, where the new franchise exec lives, to serve him legal papers. What happens over the next 4 days is a lot. Fake UPS uniforms, a rubber duck delivered as a legal document, repeated visits to this guy's house. One exec calls police 4 separate times. Ben gets arrested twice and booked into Utah County Jail. His team, 5 people taken into custody at their Airbnb. Now here's the thing. Bricks and Minifigs is headquartered here in Utah. The CEO's in Utah. The franchise exec is in American Fork. The Salt Lake Tribune covered it. People online are already calling it the Mormon Mafia Lego scandal. Not making that up. Now Ben disputed everything. Said the police redacted body cam footage, said he was just trying to serve legal papers. The case is still active and no plea has been entered. And Ben? He claims he's currently in Mexico. So comment below. Are you on the side of the Mansell family and Reckless Ben? Or do you think he crossed a line going to someone's house? I want to hear what you think in the comments below. And this is the kind of story that only makes sense when you...
So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Make sure you're not on mute. Chris?
Okay, so I've actually been following this story, and it was unfortunate because first off, the claim that the person that brought his father's Legos to consign at Bricks and Minifigs that it was over $200,000. It wasn't. I don't think they said combined. Really, it wasn't 200,000. It wasn't even 50,000. But you could have gotten significant amount of money. He did have a couple of sets that are like super retired and super rare that were worth a lot, right? So it's still money, right? It's still money, and it still belongs. Obviously, once it's sold, the store gets the consignment fee, and then the rest goes to whoever gave, whoever owned the set to begin with. It's still his, right? It's kind of where it got hung up is that Bricks and Minifigs, you can franchise a store. Like I could go and buy a franchise and open my own Bricks and Minifigs store wherever I want, right? And what happened was the corporate office overtook the franchisee because they were doing something wrong. And what happened was the corporate, the Bricks and Minifigs corporate are saying that the contract that you had with the franchisee is no longer valid. And these Legos belong to us. And
like a fine
that's
print situation.
exactly. So that's why, they got that influencer involved and whatnot. And ultimately, though, now if this was in Texas, the corporate office would not have a leg to stand on, because the franchisee, whoever takes over that store, they have to take over the contracts as is. So like here in Texas, they wouldn't have had a legal leg to stand on. And actually it would have been legally enforced by the Texas Department of Public Safety or the DPS troops, they would have enforced it. But because they're in, I don't know where, I guess the laws are different. But from what I heard is that the corporate office and the individual that put the Lego sets up for consignment, they're set to meet to try to work this out. I think, and I don't know what will come from that. Is he going to get his Legos back? Are they going to buy them from him? I don't know. That's the last I heard about this. And it's an unfortunate situation. And I do believe, while the value of the Legos that he put up, I think was blown out of proportion and like, what's that term? Like exaggerated. Right. It's still money. They still belong to him. He's still entitled to them, regardless of what, being a franchise store or a corporate store or whatever. But hopefully they're able to come to a resolution where the guy gets his Legos back, or he at least gets paid for them.
Yeah, I agree with that. There was another similar kind of feeling situation when I believe there was a lady that went to Disneyland and she told them she couldn't have a certain food or something, and she got served her and she died. And I think the Disney lawyers claimed, well, you signed that you couldn't sue Disney because you signed up for Disney Plus and it's in the fine print, Mm-hmm. It feels like one of those situations. It just doesn't feel like commonsensically, morally right to do something like this. But I mean, like you said, outside of Texas, there's different laws. I think it's Oregon and Utah. So I don't know. That's a weird situation. Very unfortunate too, because I believe the father, who's 83, is going through health issues, and they're trying to get money, I think, to pay for possibly like living arrangements or medical bills or whatever. So it's a tough situation. Morally, it doesn't seem right. But I mean, if you buy something, you own it and you sign a contract. But then again, there's sneaky fine print to the whole thing, and then that thing happens, it comes to pass. That's a tough deal.
No, I agree. It's unfortunate, but hopefully the right thing will be done because I think the bad press that Bricks and Minifigs is getting is going to be really overwhelming. And, I know all over social media, in the various social media platforms, everyone's cursing Bricks and Minifigs to death, and boycotts are being organized and whatnot. And the truth is, they didn't have the best reputation to begin with. So this is just another knock against them. So that's why they're coming to the table, not for any other reason. Like legally, I don't think, if he sued them and took them to court, I think I read that lawyers are like, yeah, we're not taking this case, because by the time a judgment is reached, you're gonna spend more in legal fees than those toys were worth. So I think really they're coming to the table because of all the negativity that Bricks and Minifigs are getting because of this story.
Yeah, the internet can be really powerful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mary, have anything to say about this?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I guess we're moving on to...
I mean, you guys said everything I thought, so...
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. So SpaceCon, guys.
You know what? Maybe I should stay off the show. I think I'm the catalyst for all these shenanigans. You know what? It's been nice. I'll observe from the sidelines moving forward.
Tickets are selling fast, guys. It's happening this weekend, as you can see
this weekend.
Bottom right. June 12th, 13th, and 14th, we will be there, like we said at the beginning of the podcast. The Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall is right next to the Frostbank Center, the home of the 2026 Western Conference Finals champions, San Antonio Spurs.
Who are down 2-0.
Oh, my goodness.
In the finals.
That is accurate. And hopefully there will be a Game 5 Saturday night, and we will see a storm. Perfect or imperfect, I'm not sure. But it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to poke my head out of the doors. And we're close to the doors, I guess. We were last year. But, yep, super excited. We will be there. And go Spurs, go.
The Spurs plays basketball.
Yes, they play basketball.
Yes. Okay. I know things.
So I want to ask one more sport, and then let's not talk about sports for the rest of the show. In your day, Mary, were you a Lakers fan?
I was a Kobe fan. I wasn't a Lakers fan.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Kobe only played for the Lakers, so if you're a Kobe fan, you are a Lakers fan.
But I never watched. I just liked him as a person.
You're still a Lakers fan.
Okay.
That's okay. I like the Lakers. I was a Lakers fan back in the Showtime era, and that kind of bled into the Shaq and Kobe era.
Okay.
But yeah. So I was just asking because I know most of the folks that I know that are from Southern California.
Yeah.
They come out here and they curse the Spurs to death. So
I really?
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to sports, I'm like a Dodger fan. That's the only one I can like confidently say when it comes to sports. I am a Dodger fan.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Baseball. They hit the ball with a bat and then they run. And then someone might throw a ball and like tag them and then they're out. Or that they catch the ball, then they're out.
And interestingly enough, you have 2 strikes tonight, Mary. So
one more. I'm saving it for the sign off.
One more, and I got to remove you from StreamYard.
I'll find a way.
So what do you?
Back.
I guess I'll start with you, David. What are you looking forward to most? Obviously, I know you said you're looking forward to being at the booth and seeing the people, meeting people. But what else are you looking forward to this weekend at SpaceCon?
I'm looking forward to spending time with Mariana Atia Arnold, Adam Haber, Indiana Solo, Chris the OG, and everyone else that we're probably going to be a bunch of goofballs and have inside jokes like the one we created tonight. It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm never going to live this down.
So if you come to our booth and you tell us the inside joke, you get a free spin of the wheel.
Okay, yeah.
You got to be the first one, though. It's the limit to one person doing that.
All right, so let's not mention. We all know what the inside joke is. Let's not throw it out there to give anyone a second chance. We want to make sure it's someone that has been watching from the beginning. So
yes.
There we go. I'm not, okay. First of all, I'm not. I am a guest. I'm just trying to speak for everyone here. The inside joke. If you can say what it is, you get a free spin at the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel.
And the mic.
And the mic. And the camera.
Jen Urso on YouTube. She's watching us. Nice. Have fun. Thank you.
Thanks.
So
I should have got Felicity's autograph back in Orlando.
I know. I need her for my poster. Her and Diego Luna.
Will she ever come back?
Dude, this poster is about to get wild. I'm about to add Daniel Logan, Hayden Christensen, Ian McDermott, Mark Hamill, Ahmed Best. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm 6 autographs this month.
Mark Hamill from Fan Expo Anaheim, right?
Mm-hmm. And Ahmed Best at Fan Expo Anaheim.
Nice.
Which we definitely got to give props to Fan Expo Anaheim. They have invited us to attend as media, and Mary and James will be there at Fan Expo Anaheim, having a whole lot of fun, getting interviews.
Come say hi. Maybe
we'll have some
see what they give us.
So
we'll see what they give us.
Thank you so much to them. And also thank you to SpaceCon. They approved our media passes as well.
Yes.
So, yeah. And thanks to Ted, too.
Ted,
yeah.
So, Mary, what are you looking forward to other than what you already mentioned? What are you looking forward to this weekend at SpaceCon?
Oh, my goodness.
As I say SpaceCon, there's a big old Fan Expo Anaheim that just covered my face.
Okay, I'll start with this. Fan Expo Anaheim, if you get us interviews to all these people, I will make sure they all get posted. And I'll be super, super nice. I'll bring bracelets for everyone we interview. How about that? Okay, SpaceCon, what am I looking forward to? Finally meeting Hayden Christensen. I don't think you have ever heard this story, Chris, unless you've seen it on the podcast. I literally went to Japan to meet him, waited in line for like 3 times on my trip each day, and never met the man.
Yeah, I did hear that story on the podcast. Yeah, that so sucked. Sad. And I know a lot of people that were affected just like you were, and it sucked.
Yeah. So this is my chance. I'm finally going to meet him. I'm probably going to like flip out that morning as I'm getting ready. Nobody talked to me the entire car ride there. I need to focus on being able to be a normal human being around Hayden Christensen.
Are you going to wear a shirt that says I am sand?
No. I'm going to wear my shirt that I can fix him with his face on it.
Wow.
Okay.
So, no. Okay, I'm also going to meet, if you are a Gilmore Girls fan, Sean Gunn will be there. So take advantage of that because he doesn't really do these things at all and stuff. So I had a shirt custom made for my photo op with Sean Gunn. So if you watch Gilmore Girls, I'll post a picture of me with the shirt and you will get the reference. If you're not a Gilmore Girl fan, don't worry about it.
No, I want to meet him because I want to give him my headshot. And I said, I want to be on season 3 of Peacemaker. I think I make a pretty good bad guy on Peacemaker. So that's one of my favorite TV shows.
Brother.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And
wow,
I want to try to get on that. So if I have a chance to see Sean Gunn, I'm gonna be like, hey, tell your bro I can throw around guys too, man. I'm 6'4", I'm big. I throw around guys just like you have in there. I'll be perfect for that show. So yeah, we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, sorry guys. The reason why I was laughing is because Adam Avery put this in the comments there. So Adam was there last year with me, and the vendor across from us, we couldn't figure out what he was selling. And I don't really remember that anymore until I just started reading this. So Adam on YouTube is saying David and I had to stare at a crystal booth for 3 days straight at the last SpaceCon. We're buying you a wishing crystal.
No,
so
sir.
Okay, so Adam got up and I think he talked to the guy, and I want to say he came back and he's like, I still don't know what that booth is all about.
Oh man.
I hope he's not listening, but he seemed like a cool guy. I think he actually let us borrow a tool or something, or maybe I let him borrow a screwdriver. I don't know. There's something. Maybe it was no. I think it was a extension cord that I had, and I think he borrowed it because they couldn't run. They didn't have one long enough. I had a 50-footer on me.
So, Adam, if you do that and things go south, the first thing I'm going to say is. If the wishing crystal goes south and so everything's in chaos, and
it's a sequel to Obsession.
I'm going to be like, Adam helped.
You really need to see the movie. It's good.
No,
it's good.
Maybe when I could see it under the covers at my own house, but I'm not going to go to a theater and be scared to death and look stupid. No way. But
that's the fun part.
Not for me. I get so self-conscious, and I'm like, no. But yeah, I'll say Adam helped, and that was a joke that he told me when I met him last year at SpaceCon.
Nice.
When he was trying to help me take down I was helping you guys take down your booth, and he was trying to help me, but he really wasn't helping. And you could just say Adam helped. Okay.
I totally forgot about that. Chris did help us break down at the end of SpaceCon last year.
Ah.
And Chris was like, I was like, nice to meet you, Chris. He's like, we already met. What are you talking about? I'm like, what?
Yep. See, half the people that I meet say that I was completely forgettable, and then half the people that I meet say that I'm completely that I'm easy to remember. So I guess David's on the half of I'm completely forgettable.
Good job, David. This is
when
what
I
you
was
get for bringing up
younger,
the Spurs.
when I was
Now you
younger,
guys
I
are
could remember
even.
everything, and now I can't remember faces and people anymore. I don't know. My brain has gone down the dumps.
That sounds like a B12 deficiency.
Probably. Yeah. Feels like I've forgotten more, and we're breaking our rule here. It feels like I've forgotten more sports than a lot of people know. So that feels like that to me now. I don't know.
No, I have the same feeling. Same thing with like Star Wars. It's like I think I've forgotten a lot of. I've forgotten more than a lot of hardcore fans ever knew. That's what I think.
That's what it feels like now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On that note, thank you everyone for watching, listening. Everyone out there, thank you so much. And before we let you go, we want to let you know that you can find us on YouTube. So if you do come to our booth and you want to spin the wheel, it's going to cost you. But if you want another spin, all you have to do is sign up for our YouTube and you get another spin. You get another thing. You get another Funko. You get another necklace. You get another encyclopedia, whatever we have left. All you got to do is spin the wheel. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notify bell. Also, Instagram, we're at Star Wars Stuff Pod. Twitter, we are Stuff Pod. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Threads at Star Wars Stuff Pod. Support us on Patreon. We have a lot of great support out there. And of course, if you can't support us, that's fine. If you listen to our podcast like you are right now or watching us, that's a lot of support already. But thank you to all those people that do help fund the stickers and the booths and all the equipment we have. It's great. Also, you can email us at starstuffpodcast@gmail.com. We have a Facebook page and a group. And if you could give us a great review on Apple or Spotify, that'd be great. And also check out our website. Check out the website. Read the articles. Click on the news. James is a great writer. He's written some stuff that you do want to check out. A Mando Grogu review. Spoiler alert, he loved it. Mall reviews. It's really good. Check out his stuff. And
he'll write some reviews for SpaceCon and Fan Expo, I'm sure.
Yep.
So more coming.
Yeah. Also check out Countdown City Geeks. We work with Ted. Ted is helping us get this booth at SpaceCon and every other SpaceCon, thanks to him. And you'll see him there. He's hosting a lot of panels. He's probably working on interview questions right now, or panel interview questions right now. So yeah, support them. You have no idea what they offer. I'll tell you what they offer. You can go see movies before they come out to the general audiences. Like Disclosure Day, you could have won tickets to go see them Monday, which I'm not going because I want to watch the Spurs game. So yeah, check that out.
Watch them win.
I hope so. Yeah, check out Countdown City Geeks. Tons of movie giveaways. They're awesome. And like Jen Urso says, bye, cool stream. And may the force be with you.
Bye. Always. Go see Backdoors.
Strike 3.